Hi, everybody. Craig Shacklett here from URComped. I've got a super special guest, Leah Gregori, who runs casino business development with Celebrity Cruise Lines. Leah, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Craig.
All right. Well, we've gotten a lot of questions from the URComp Facebook page, our Comp Travelers URComp Travelers Facebook group. And so why don't we get into it? The first one's kind of high level, and this is one I'd just like to hear you answer. It's not a specific question, but how has the return to cruising been for Celebrity Cruise Lines?
It's been a very interesting journey for us. When we first came back into service, a lot of our business was casino related. We weren't getting the ticket purchases like we had been getting prior to the pandemic. But as time has went on, those first 6 months, the casino helped keep everything rolling. And now we are back. Most of our ships are running at between 80 and 90% load factors, and we're looking forward to an awesome 2023.
Yeah, well, the feedback has been tremendous from the URComp players. I know our business has grown together quite a bit since the pandemic, since the return, and your staff and the ships have just been, exceeded expectations. So kudos to you and your team.
That is wonderful to hear. I will share that with the team as well.
So speaking of the ships, obviously you've got the newest class of ships that people are loving, beyond the brand new one, which I was just on, spectacular, Apex, Edge, which I'll be on. We're filming this in mid-November 2022. I'll be on that in a month. But you also have quite a few ships in different classes that are on schedule to be revolutionized, which is the term for being upgraded and renovated. So tell us about what's the status of kind of the revolutionization of many of your ships.
Well, the program obviously got put on hold for a little while we didn't sail for those almost 2 years. We just actually had Reflection in dry dock, and she received a little upgrade, not the full, I can't say that word.
Revolutionization.
Yeah, revolutionization. That didn't want to come out of my mouth. Sorry. We can fix that, right?
Yeah.
But she did receive a nice little upgrade. And we still have Infinity and Constellation that have not received any type of upgrade yet. So we're working on that. We're also working on getting some newer games onto our ships that are not in the Beyond, Apex, and Edge, but in our the Solstice class ships. We're going to have some new games coming on, hopefully in the month of December.
Oh, that's exciting! Breaking news.
Yeah.
Now, Equinox was one. Didn't that get revolutionized right before the pandemic?
It did. Actually, it was revolutionized about a year before the pandemic started. It was one of the first ones to be revolutionized.
Wonderful. All right. Well, like I mentioned, we've got a lot of URComped players that have been sailing with Celebrity, really taken off since the pandemic. And so one of the perks that our customers and are absolutely loving about Celebrity Cruise Line is the benefit, like free beverages, free Wi-Fi around the ship. So maybe you could talk a little bit about that program.
Great news with that. We have created a shell that's going to make it so much easier for our casino guests to add casino beverage or Wi-Fi to their reservation. They'll still, if they're not able to have it comped, they still will be able to add it and purchase it through their reservation. So there'll be many more ways for them to add that in, and we're excited about it. So that should be happening within about a month, that we'll have that available beginning in 2023.
Perfect. All right. Well, questions about earning points on board. So how does Celebrity rate players in the casino?
When you earn the points with us, $1 in a slot machine gives you 1 point. $2 into any poker slot machine gives you 1 point. And $1 in theoretical gives you 1 point on the tables.
Got it. Thank you, Leah. And for anybody that's wondering what Theo is, we've got explainer on the URComp website. We even have like a theoretical calculator. So just Google URComp theoretical and the page will pop up. Maybe we'll put in the notes of this interview that link as well. Okay, does Celebrity have a point value grid to get a free cruise certificate like some other cruise lines do?
At this time, we don't have a grid per se, but we do have future cruises on board where any guest can walk up and they can be booked. There is criteria there, and they can be booked for their next cruise right there on board. If you're booked under URComped, your next reservation will be booked under URComped. Nothing changes with who you want to stay, of course, with your casino travel partner all the time. So it would be booked that way. So there's not a set grid that we hand out, but there is criteria that we have based on what ship you want to sail on next.
And so somebody's playing a lot in the casino, they're enjoying Celebrity, they want to book their next cruise before they leave, they can walk to the future cruise desk, get it booked, and the future cruise desk will check with the casino to see if the sailing they want is able to be comped.
Yes, they can. There are a lot of sailings that they can just do that on, that they have it available to do. And then there'll be others that they'll have to either reach out to. They normally reach out to shoreside, so it may take a little while to get that completed.
And then, of course, if you don't want to book right then, because really there's not many perks or any perks, I think, when it comes to the casino reservation and booking on board, you can always, we encourage you, when you get back, talk to your URComped host to get that next cruise booked.
Okay. And just so you know, we are working on a program which would earn you additional points if you book on board. So
Okay.
that is not, it's in the works, more to come.
All right, well, stay tuned for that. We'll break that news here first. Okay, Leah, another question. I just hit Sapphire on Celebrity Cruises. Does my guest in the same room receive the same benefits? For example, the classic drink package.
The benefits are only for the guest that earns the level. So if you're a Sapphire guest and you're the person that's with you is Onyx or whatever level they may be, they would not receive those benefits until they reach Sapphire.
And that's another thing we'll put in the show notes, the kind of graph explaining your different loyalty program levels, because you got Celebrity is a really lucrative casino loyalty program.
Yes, we do.
Does Celebrity limit how much you can charge to your SeaPass card from the machine or the cage?
Yes, we do. It's at $5,000 a day for somebody that walks on board. We do run it each day, and you can request for those higher end customers that may need a little more. We can get that approved through our management team.
Interesting. So if somebody wants to, say, bump it up to 10,000, they would just, through your URComped host, you can request the management, request a review to have that limit added or extended, I should say.
Absolutely, we sure can.
Now, do you also offer the option of opening a credit line and/or wiring money ahead of time instead of a bankroll?
Yes, we have a credit. We do have a credit line. We do ask that the guest applies at least 2 weeks prior to their sailing, so we can get them approved. Our credit lines start at $10,000, and basically you need to bring a check with you on board because it is due at the end of the sailing. It's a little different than the land-based casinos. So, and you can definitely wire money as well.
Okay.
Normally you need it. You want to give it at least 2 days prior to your sailing when you wire money, just to make sure that it gets to the ship properly.
And for some players that are, a lot of players like playing on their card because, you can earn points on their card and they can, the benefits of playing. But some people maybe don't know about a credit line, don't even know what it is or what the benefits are. So maybe you could talk a little bit about how that works and why some players prefer a credit line versus charging their credit card.
A lot of people prefer the credit line so they don't have to bring anything on board with them except a blank check. They come on, they go to the cage, they're going to sign some paperwork with us. And then while they're playing, they just pull, they're called markers from their credit. So if I want, if I'm playing and I want to take $5,000 off of my credit line, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go play my favorite game. And when I run out of that, I'm going to go back to the cage and, sign for another amount. So it makes it much easier. Plus, there is a limit to it. So if someone opens 10,000, that's what they have available, is a $10,000 line in credit. So a lot of people find that very simple. Like I said, no, they don't need to bring credit cards except for the one, on their room, but it's much easier for them just to use the credit and pay it off at the end of the trip.
Now, one thing that we're really happy about, a lot of people that are repeat bookers on Celebrity are happy about, is the new payment link for players to pay port fees and taxes. No longer are they having to wait on hold to put down a credit card to pay tax and fees. Maybe you could talk about that. What the new payment link and why you guys did that.
Well, we did that for our guests. Our guests, for the experience that our guests were having, for them calling in and having to hold on just to make a payment after they already did that to make a booking. And our casino travel partners also had to do the same thing. They had to call back, make a payment. So we finally got it online. Basically, when we send the confirmation out, there's a link that you can click on that you can it'll take you to the landing page to make your payment for whatever it is you need to pay for. Or if for some reason you don't want to do that, you can go to our website. You go to my account, you click on that. You're going to need your booking number, and you can put that in and make your payment there. And it's so much simpler for the guests. The experience is much better. They could do it they want to do it 3 o'clock in the morning. They can sit at their computer and do it whenever they want. It makes the experience that much better with Celebrity.
Love it. Now, one thing maybe you can give a little preview of is the Blue Chip Club player portal. I know that sometimes players like to log in and see what their tier status is, or how many points they have. Maybe you can give us a little teaser on what y'all have in the works for that.
We're basically looking, what you just said, a portal where a guest could log in with their Captain's Club number, and they would be able to see all their upcoming offers, how many tier points they have, how many tier points they would need toward their next level, any benefits they may have available. Basically, anything that we would want to communicate with them would be in our player portal. So we could, it would have endless possibilities. So that is where we're working on. We're not there yet, but we are in process of getting that done. It'll help the experience of the guest when they want to see, oh, hey, I could just go in here. Okay, so I'm this far from Sapphire, so let me get on the ship, earn those points to get to my Sapphire status. And while I'm doing that, oh, look, I have this offer that, the different offers for the sailing. So it'll be something that'll give the guests the opportunity to create their experience without having, make the phone calls and do that type of stuff. It'll all be one spot for them.
So that's a good segue, because once URComped players go on Celebrity, they play quite a bit, and now they're getting offers. In addition to the great URComped offers that we work together to come up with, they'll also get some offers directly from the Celebrity casino marketing department. So how, maybe give them some options on how they could book those Celebrity offers.
Well, there's a few different options, but the best choice is to go through their URComped host. They have their personalized host with URComped and their personalized offers. We do send those offers out just to make sure that the guests are receiving them. And they can book if it's off time, if it's on the weekend or something, and they want to book right through the offer that they receive, they can do that. But they would want to reach out to their URComped host to let them know, hey, I booked a thing with Celebrity on whichever date they're going, just so their host can do their perfect follow-up that they do on every sailing they go on.
Perfect. Well, yeah, and that's the one thing I love about working with Celebrity, is that we really are able to offer our players the best of both worlds. Where URComped, we send quite a bit of volume, so we're able to negotiate and get some great sailings that we can offer. And then you've got an amazing casino marketing department internally that also offers our players great things. So I love the partnership, and I love that, again, our URComped players get the best of both worlds. Now, URComped has a lot of players that like slots, but some of these players are kind of curious about the table games. Maybe they're a little intimidated to head over the tables. Does Celebrity offer any lessons for players that want to try out table games?
Absolutely. On embarkation day in the casino, we have lessons on the different games. Also, during the week, occasionally they can look in the Celebrity Today, the little thing that comes out each day on the ship. And there are mornings where we also offer some lessons in case they missed it on an embarkation. So, yes.
Now, what is let me ask you, to earn the tier status, different levels, there's typically an earning period. Can you talk about what the earning period is? And is it, does it start on a certain date, end on a certain date? Maybe you could tell us about that tier loyalty program earning period.
Our tier card program normally was on a 1-year cycle. So it would start as of January 1st and it would go through to December 31st, and then you would re-tier. Since the pandemic, we have actually not re-tiered our guests, and we don't plan to re-tier anyone until the end of 2023. Because of there was a lot of reasons people did not get on a ship. We didn't want to punish anybody's level because of that. So we will not be re-tiering until the end of 2023.
Leah, we're talking about all this exciting celebrity news. Players love it. And one thing all players love are new ships. Talk about the next one coming out from Celebrity.
The next ship we have coming out is the beautiful Ascent, which will be coming out in December of 2023. She's another Edge class ship. And from the renderings that we've seen so far, she is gorgeous, just like Beyond and Apex and Edge. So we're looking forward to opening her up in the Caribbean, actually, which it's been a while. I think it was since Edge that we opened up one of our newer ships in the Caribbean, which will be lovely. And I think our first sailing begins on December 3rd of next year. So keep your eyes peeled for those casino offers that hopefully we will have within the next couple of weeks for the beginning of the Ascent.
Wow. Okay, so that means about a year from when we release this video, about close to a year to the day, we will have casino offers, and they're going to fill up fast. So if you qualify for it, get on it, because otherwise you'll be waiting for a while. Because that ship, I just got the Beyond, spectacular. So if this is the next iteration of that, I cannot wait to see it.
Yep, we're really excited about it. So it's great.
Leah, thank you so much for carving out some time. I know how busy you are. Thankfully, busy booking a lot of URComped trips in addition to all the other stuff you are doing, and you and your team are doing. So thank you for that. We got to do this again soon. What do you think?
Absolutely. And I'll have some new information next time we get together again.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, Celebrity, I cannot endorse them enough. Look on your URComped login, see what offers you have. Definitely book it, because as word's getting out how amazing Celebrity is, it's just the bookings are going faster and the ships are filling up quicker. So jump on these offers now. Leah, thank you again, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Have a great day.